Hi, and welcome to the Dofus Beginner's Guide. I'm the guide, Sakusan, and I'll be taking you through this series of guides for new and inexperienced players. In this episode, I'll go over the basics of getting the game and creating a character, so if you already have one, this is probably not the most important episode for you. However, I'll go over many necessary facts and give you lots of hints that are useful in your entire gaming experience. So if you feel you don't know the game completely, I'll recommend watching all episodes. Without further ado, let's get started. Every single MMO starts at the game's official website, and to download the game, go to www.dofus.com. The page is easy to navigate, and you should be able to see the download button right away. It'll take you to the download page where you can get the latest version of the game, so no need to patch after installing the first time. There's a Windows, Mac and Linux file, so it should be no biggie with a different OS. Go ahead and download the file that you require. Once fully downloaded, start the installation. If you see that the installation text is in French, do not worry, since the game was developed in France and some installations have French install files. However, the game is playable in English. Follow the simple steps to get that Dofus running, and once it's all done, Flash Player might require you to allow Dofus more disk usage once you boot the game up. It should be hassle-free to set that up. Now the game should be fully installed, and you can go ahead and create an account. Click the register button in the client, and an Internet Explorer will boot up, at least on PCs. If you prefer Firefox or other browsers, open that one and go to the Dofus website, www.dofus.com, and click the registration button on the top of the page. Go ahead and fill out your information and enter the security code at the bottom of the page. Also, it's best if you register for the mail from Dofus, since there are many great news updates but aren't sent out too often to quickly fill your inbox. You can probably expect one mail per month. Now you can log into your fresh account and create a new character. At this point, you get to choose a server, and letting the game choose one for you is probably the best. If you want to join some friends, however, you can select whatever server you like, but make sure you join a community where you speak the language. On international server, it's important that you are both able to understand and communicate in proper English. After this part, you are sent to the screen where you can get to choose one of 12 classes in the game. I'll explain all of them for you, since many have no idea what they're choosing. I'll cover the stats points for builds in the next episode, so if you're still unsure of your class, come back to this episode after watching episode 3, or after having tried the game for a while. Zealo's Sandglass is what in other MMOs could be described as a mage. They are able to pack a decent amount of damage, but their biggest strength lies in stealing ability points. They are excellent team players and are recommended for player versus player battles. Shram Shadow is the stealth class, able to turn themselves and others invisible. They lay traps and are excellent for close combat. They work well with teams and tankers, but do well in solo too. Inutra's Fingers is the treasure class, perfect for greedy or lucky people. They start off with extra prospecting for more and better drops, and their spells are all based around this theme. Best in teams for when you need that certain drop or treasure. The Odamosis' Whip is the summoner, having spells that add friendly monsters to your team. This class is great for soloing, and doesn't do well in team combat. Further improvement of the Odamosas in team combat has been promised by the developers, and that is something that many look forward to. Satida Shu is another great solo player. While able to summon dolls that aid in combat, the Satida isn't as great in this area as the Osamodas, but in return they are excellent damage dealers in mid to close combat, and are able to steal a good portion of movement points as well. Efficient in teamwork but extremely well suited for solo. Sacred's Blood is the sacrificing class. This tanker type is always seen with great amount of hit points, and can endure many more hits than any other class. Their main goal is to protect everyone in the team, and can get stronger by being damaged. They are able to switch places with allies and enemies, and take your friends' damage. Work best in team combat. Phaser's Shield are protectors too, but instead of having great amount of vitality, they rely on shields as their spells. Able to protect you and your allies from almost any sort of damage, these are well suited for team combat, but are better off for solo hunting. Cross Range is the range class. These bow artists are able to reach almost any target, do well in both team and solo, but only as long as they stay away from the enemy. Ayap's Heart is a class for those who like big damages. These guys always go up close to the enemy and they can deal the most damage of all classes. They are however terrible against ranged enemies, do well with the healer class. Inirip's Hand. These little fairies are essential to any group. While having very weak damage, they can quickly heal your party back to full HP. They also learn other supportive spells. Perfect for team combat. Ekaflip's Coin are luck-based fighters. They can do extremely high damage, but if they are unlucky, they won't hold long. If you think you like these guys but is unsure about the whole gamble thing, they do have spells that does a decent amount of damage without anything to lose. Pandawa's Pint are exclusive to P2P players. That means people who pay to play the game. This class is great for team combat and against almost any element of enemy, since their spells are equally good in all elements and allow for strong hybrid builds. With all this info, go ahead and create your character, and I'll see you right after that in episode 2, covering stat points and spells. Thanks for watching.